Okay, today we're going to have a look at a really amazing machine. It's really awesome. All right, today we're going to have a look at a really fantastic looking machine here. This is a Mitsui model 400H3. This is a 3-axis automatic. It's a 16 by 32. It's really in great shape. You got a paper band, a coolant system which will advance the filter paper as needed automatically. It's got a beautiful fine pole, horizontal line, AXM chuck, really fine pole, really nice. This takes a 16-inch diameter grinding wheel with a 5-inch bore. You've got an accurate readout with scales for the X and the Y axis. You've got your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 leveling pads here. And you've got the hydraulic system on the side of the machine. The hydraulic system has a couple of hoses which are marked that need to be hooked up, a half a dozen or so, plus a couple of plugs that go into the side of the cabinet. You have your OS Walker chuck controller mounted here for convenient use, and all your control buttons and switches laid out right here next to you. And this can be rolled around to wherever the operator likes it. So what do you got here? You've got a variable speed spindle that I can lower and increase the RPM of that spindle. You got your spindle on and off, your hydraulic on and off, your coolant on and off, different modes, plunge grinding or manual or surface grinding. Get the starting of the automatic down feed. The table goes to a certain position after the cycle. When you want to restart it, you hit the blue button. You've got a wrap it up and down button for your vertical to move your wheel up and down, and you've got a wrap it in and out with your cross slide. Over here you've got a timer or a selector to select how many spark out cycles, meaning in surface grinding for the table to go back and forth would be 1 cycle. You put 1 in there. And over here the amount of feed by placing just the number 1 in here, or 0, 1, allows this hand wheel to go around the dial just 1 time, meaning wherever you set it, it will not go past 0. So if you wanted to take 7 or 8 thousandths off of something, you simply back your hand wheel up 7 or 8 thousandths from 0, and it will stop at 0. If you have a 2 in here, it will go around 1 complete time past 0 and then stop the second time. So that's in case you were grinding some kind of material where you're taking off 50, 60, 70, 100 thousandths of material. So the machine is currently wired for 220 volts. You've got roller bearing slides on both the table slide and the saddle. So that's pretty unique. You've got a fine feed dial on top here for your vertical, for your down feed, and you've got in and out here. This is you know, no effort at all to turn that. Your cross slide, the same thing. This just feels so wonderful to turn this. That's because it's Mitsui and it's good quality and it's roller bearing. So we have our spindle running right now, and you can't feel any vibration. You can't even hear that it's going. So we're going to start this up. You got 2 modes basically. You got plunge grinding, which is we're going to go back and forth with the table. The dial is going to feed down to 0, and it's going to spark out after a certain amount of passes. So let's see. We get our table going. Now these are your adjustable stops for the length of your table travel. You want to make sure you got your magnet turned on here and turned up all the way. And once you've come down maybe by hand and touched off your workpiece, if everything is ready to go, now you press your auto down feed start button. You get that orange light, and then you see here that we feed a little bit each time. I don't want to be here too long with this, so let's bring it down close to 0. So it goes there, it goes back, and it feeds. It goes there, back, and it feeds. And once it gets to 0, you'll see this little light come on that sensor down there. There you go. And now we've stopped the down feed, and there you go. It buzzes and stops and parks and does all of that. Now you want to take it off to 0, put it back for your stock removal, put your 10,000s back on or 8,000s back on, whatever you want. Put your new part on the magnet and simply press the table restart. And when everything is okay, you can start your down feed again, and we go through the same process. So when we want to do surface grinding, then we'll shut off the plunge mode and we'll go into surface mode. So now you see here, by doing that, I've got my crossfeed moving. Now up here on top of the machine, there's a couple of dials. These are mechanically adjusting a set of rack slides below this table here that make contact with a switch. So if you put both of these dials on 0 and you had the wheel basically in the center of the magnet, it wouldn't move. So as you go out from 0 to say 1, you get a very short little stroke like I have right now for this demonstration. If we wanted to travel the full length of the magnet, we'd open these dials all the way up to 7 or 8 or 9 to get the maximum travel. So you see we got the DRO moving up and down as we go along here. And that's going to go until we get down to 0, and then it's going to go back and forth a certain amount of strokes, and then it's going to park and the buzz is going to go off like you heard a moment ago. So there you have it. That's the Mitsui 16 by 32. This is a great looking machine. Everything is working nicely on it. It's quiet. It's here at Machinery Values. Thank you very much.